Okay, I'm recording.
Okay, wait a second.
DC. DC here. Hi guys. I'm on actually Skype with my brother, and he's going to tell us a story.
You must the disclaimer that this story previously appeared on CBC Radio.
CBC Radio, by the way, is a relative to the CDC network, which you've seen actually on my channel before.
CBC? You just said CDC.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
The CDC network is my own channel. That's actually a variant, a budget variant.
Has to do with reminiscing about old Cinepark. You know, I'm just... What's
Cinepark? Drive-in
theaters.
By the way, guys, just going to cut in here, is my brother actually lives in Quebec, so they use all these funny words, you know, for simple things.
This is when I was living in La Pocatière, and in many years I hadn't gone to a drive-in theater, and I go on a date with this girl. It wasn't Mylène, by the way.
So Mylène is his wife, so that's pretty
This is before.
We're privy to pretty interesting information here.
So here I go out with this girl. We go to the drive-in, drive up, beside, you know, line up against the post, you know, and that. And I put down my window, and then I say to the girl, I said, "Where are the loudspeakers?" You know, the loudspeakers that were hanging up usually on the post, and you'd hang up on your window, which would be the sound for the movie.
That was in the old days.
She looks. Yes, it was in the old days. That was Cineparks was like that. The last time I had been was that.
Yeah.
And she said, "Well,
turn on a radio.
You know, it's no longer like that. You put your radio on a certain station, and you listen to the movie sound on your radio station."
So she realized she was going out with a dinosaur.
No, she realized that she went out with a guy who didn't have a radio in his car. I bought the car, and the guy had changed a bigger, nice radio in it when he had bought the car, him new, and he wanted to keep it. So when I bought the car used, it like he kept his radio, and I had to buy one to put in, but I'd never done it yet.
Okay, this is a question. I just got to give a quick question here. So you had no radio. You had no radio.
No. So we had to leave, go find a little manual radio set that worked on batteries at someone's place, come back to the drive-in and listen to the movie.
Okay, could I ask you another quick question? Because this is for YouTube, so you have to have a name. So I suppose I'm going to have to call you Brother of DC, because my boy who's sitting next to me is Son of DC, and my wife is Wife of DC, which means that actually you have to be Brother of DC in that case.
Yeah. And I suppose you'll have to say that the other one was called Last Date with that girl of Brother of DC.
It probably is that. But this is actually good. I'll just finish this off, and then we'll get to normal conversation again. So, okay, guys, so as you can see, my brother has a sense of humor, a bit like my own. And actually, even if he doesn't have a sense of humor, he makes things up. But you know what I could think? Actually, if I'm thinking about this thing, is he probably knew we didn't have a radio and wanted to have a good time with that girl because there wouldn't be any sound. That is probably the real story behind the whole thing. Okay, guys. So, okay, guys, I think I caught a raw nerve here. So this is going to be DC signing off with his brother of DC. Take care. Actually, by the way, he is in Quebec. Nice houses in Quebec, as you can see. Okay, so this is DC signing off. Take care.